Hi everyone, welcome back to Modern Intimacy. Let's be real, Valentine's Day doesn't just add romance, it can add a lot of pressure. It can magnify everything, your relationship dynamics, your financial stress, even your expectations around intimacy. And if you're not prepared, that can lead to disappointment or worse, a conflict in a moment where you were hoping for romance and connection. So it doesn't have to be so hard. And I've invited today to talk about it Samantha Bothwell, one of the clinicians on our team, and she wrote an amazing blog about some of the most common Valentine's Day challenges that folks run into, and we're going to break down the 3 biggest traps. So remember, the goal for Valentine's Day isn't to have a perfect Instagram holiday. It's a meaningful, authentic, and intentional day with your person. And it all starts with knowing what to look for.
I think one of the big things couples can do is really kind of check what they're hoping the holiday will accomplish for them. So let's say one of the ongoing issues in your relationship is that you don't feel like you have enough quality time. As a result, you might be really fantasizing about having a holiday filled with great quality time with your partner. If your partner doesn't have that same expectation, or they don't even know what it is you're looking for, you might be really disappointed, and then it can bring up all of that conflict again. And now you're not even fighting just about the holiday, but about that bigger relational pattern that's there.
Right, the holiday just becomes kind of a vehicle for
Yeah.
this bigger problem that maybe is about not really checking in with each other on what your expectations are and how to really align if you have different starting points.
I think one of the best things couples could do is maybe first check in with themselves of what is it that they're even really expecting, because sometimes we have all of these fantasies and we don't even really know what it is we're expecting until we don't get it, and then we're like, oh wait, there's a discrepancy here between what I got and what I wanted. And then from there we can let our partner know about it. And I think sometimes people don't want to do that because there's this idea that if we let our partner know what we want, it's not so romantic anymore. And then they should just kind of think of it on their own. And that's not necessarily the case. Everyone's idea of romance is really different. And I think the real romantic thing is if we let our partner know what we want and then they choose to do it, right? There's a real conscious choice there.
I agree. And I also think as important as it is to be self-declarative, it's also important to ask your partner, right? And to not wait for them to volunteer it so that you can really have a conversation that feels collaborative and showcases that both of you are invested in being part of building out the blueprint for what will make it successful.
Yeah, I really agree with that. That's a great point. Yeah, just because it's a romantic holiday doesn't mean you have to have sex.
I'm so glad you said that. It can be a great opportunity to have something fun and erotic spark between you and a partner. But just because it's a day on the calendar doesn't mean that you have to feel desire. And for folks who maybe already have a desire discrepancy or who have other things going on in their lives, that added pressure to make Valentine's Day feel so sexy and be the day that they're finding a path back to eroticism can actually have an inverse effect. And it can make it more challenging to feel sexy or to want to be sexual. So it's important that you're really kind of checking in with your body and with your partner and their body. And if it's not feeling like the right vibe for you that night, it's okay to say, hey, let's table this and come back to it tomorrow or over the weekend or whenever it makes sense for you, so that it's something that you come to when you both are excited about it, not because a calendar says it should be a day that you have sex.
100%. I've never heard a couple say that pressure made their sex life better. If anything, it makes it worse. And I think just with any other expectation we might have around the holiday, being able to talk with our partner honestly about what feels good to us and asking them about what would feel good to them is the key to success with this holiday.
Love it. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We hope you have a meaningful Valentine's Day, whatever that means to you. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, send it to your partner if it helps start a conversation, and we'll see you next time.